Calaroga Shark Media.
Scrubs, Season 10, Episode 8, My Odds. Original air date, April 8th, 2026. Hello, I'm Johnny Mac, and boy, this one, did you have something in your eye there towards the end? This was just a fantastic episode of Scrubs. Now, for me, I knew this was coming. Somebody had kind of spoiled this in one of the articles as I put together the podcast every day, and especially when I do the Scrubs research. So I knew Dr. Cox was in episodes 8 and 9, and I kind of knew why. I mean, the spoiler said Dr. Cox returns with a life-threatening illness. Gee, thanks, spoiler. But sure enough, Dr. Cox was back, being buddies with Dr. Park. There's a nice scene of them together, and they were kind of doing the same thing. Again, I don't know if they took lines that were originally designed for Cox and gave them to Park across the season, but I like the Dr. Park character. I hate the HR lady. That is not working. Just get rid of her. The two people at the nurse's desk, they're fun, more of them. The new interns are fine, but HR lady, just no. Anyway, Dr. Cox, he's back at Sacred Heart Hospital. JD's pretty excited that he's there. He wants to impress Dr. Cox. And then suddenly, Dr. Cox collapses. It turns out Dr. Cox has a condition known as microscopic polyangiitis, a.k.a. MPA. That is a serious autoimmune disease that causes the body to attack its small blood vessels. In the case of Dr. Cox, it's already pushed Dr. Cox into the start of renal failure. The prognosis is not great. Both JD and Dr. Cox know it. Now, you don't think they're going to kill Dr. Cox off next week, right? They're not. Like, would they do that to us? And the show has still not been renewed as I record this. I mean, would they just end? Could you imagine if that's what the plan here is all along? That just like they do 9 seasons and out and Dr. Cox dies next week and we're all just like devastated? Let's talk about one of the other plots. Dr. Tash made a mistake that was avoidable. Her patient nearly died. Dr. Reed kind of lays into her, is kind of mean to her, and then Dr. Tash goes running to the HR lady. We get a nice scene with Dr. Cox and Dr. Reed, and Cox says that he realizes he was a little too harsh on Elliot. So a nice moment there between those two characters. Plenty of nice stuff between Dr. Cox and JD. Dr. Cox asks JD if he'll pray together, and then Cox prays for JD to get eaten alive by the chair so that he doesn't have to listen to JD. But in the end, Dr. Cox becomes quite human and admits that he's scared. Show creator Bill Lawrence told People, "We really wanted to show that dynamic of having to be a caretaker for a person that was your caretaker for so many years. We kind of accomplished it way back when we wanted to do a different flavor of it, when Dr. Kelso evolved out of the role and he became less of a teacher and more of a confidant to Dr. Cox." Bill Lawrence says JD taking over as chief in the pilot set up the new dynamic. What was really interesting is the only way we thought we could suck JD back into that world was for his mentor to essentially say, "These young people deserve exactly what you got, and I can't give it to them anymore." The danger of that is going, well, we don't want to see that awesome relationship and that awesome character a lot. So the end of the season is Dr. Cox's return as a patient. Bill Lawrence says we will protect and explore that relationship moving forward. Wonder what that means. At the end of the scene, Dr. Cox asks JD to promise that you'll keep me alive for a very long time because I don't want my death to be the thing that makes you cynical. I try to protect you from this with everything I had, but I'm so scared. That's kind of when you might have had some dust in your eye during that speech. That was really good. JD insists he has a plan that he guarantees is the best plan forward, but then we hear the voiceover. Turk had asked me when I stopped needing Dr. Cox's approval. It was now, because now he needed me. John McGinley said, "I thought it was really brave of Bill Lawrence to explore exhaustion and fatigue and burnout in a real way for a guy who traded on alpha and being a lion, seeing that alpha line freaking exhausted and toast, and the writers can write that. Those kind of damaged characters writers can write richly. That's a thrill for all actors to get on that page." Zach Braff says, "If you look back, it's what the whole show was leading up to, the teacher handing over the torch to the next generation." We'll take the break here, and we'll come back. We'll talk about what the Scrubs gang said at PaleyFest over the weekend. PaleyFest had a Scrubs panel. On the panel, Bill Lawrence, current showrunner Asim Batra, Zach Braff, Donald Faison, Sarah Chalk, Judy Reyes, John C. McGinley, Kristen Miller, and Neil Flynn, the janitor. They got together with moderator Vanessa Bayer, who plays the horrible Sacred Heart HR manager Sibby Wilson, the character that needs to go. They screened episode 9, which airs tomorrow on ABC. I have a volleyball game at 7:30, so I should be home by 8:45, 9 o'clock. I'll see if I can get my wife to watch it tomorrow night. There are some spoilers. I just got spoilered myself as I scroll down here. I won't nuke you. I'll keep it vague. We're told the episode drew an emotional response from the audience at the screening. Donald Faison talked about John McGinley's performance, saying that his wife and kids got emotional watching one scene in episode 8. All right, we've already talked about that. That's not a spoiler. And he called it a testament to McGinley's gifts as an actor. McGinley credited Bill Lawrence for always writing Dr. Cox with layers, a character who teaches with equal parts challenge and care. Judy Reyes said stepping back into Carla's world once she was on set felt immediate and natural. Krista Miller, minor spoiler here, but she appears as Jordan, not shocking. They are married and Dr. Cox is in the hospital. Krista Miller also married to Bill Lawrence, so that is not shocking. She said she hopes that Jordan had grown at least a little over the years and that getting back on set with Zach Braff helped her find the character quickly. Neil Flynn discussed whether or not the janitor is real or a figment of JD's imagination. Neil Flynn said there are too many episodes where other characters interact with the janitor. Although I think in the early part of season 1, the design was that the janitor was only in JD's imagination, but they moved away from that over time. The cast made it clear they want to continue, and that there were more characters from the original run they want to bring back. They gave a shout-out to Ken Jenkins, who played Dr. Kelso. Bill Lawrence confirmed that Jenkins, now in his 80s, is enthusiastic about returning. ABC has not yet announced if Scrubs will be back, which is crazy. Bill Lawrence said they went into the 9-episode season wanting to prove the show could work again. The reaction from audiences and from the PaleyFest crowd suggests that it has. ABC is crazy if they don't bring this thing back. Scrubs, loved it. Interestingly, my wife said that was not her favorite episode, which was quite surprising to me. Maybe she likes the episodes a little funnier. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Scrubs. I'm happy it's around. I want it to keep going. See you guys in the morning.